Hi YouTubers, welcome back to my lifestyle channel. I'm Chris Chen and today I'll be talking about bicycles, specifically my 2018 Cinelli Gazzetta fixed gear bike. I had found very little material on YouTube on this particular model, so I felt it might be beneficial to those of you that are looking to purchase this very model. So without further ado, let's meet Gazzetta. So here is the Cinelli Gazzetta. And let me just go through the specs quickly. Once again, it's a 2018 model frame set. It's a 50.5 centimeter size. The frame is Columbus chromer steel, which is really kind of the bottom rung of the Columbus frame in terms of metallurgy. By the way, Cinelli owns Columbus, so it's a good thing because Columbus is actually known to be one of the best steel tubing. It's either them or Reynolds, which really leads the market share of steel tubing. The fork is also made of Columbus steel, and it's got the U fork design. Unfortunately, it's not a crown fork, so some people kind of frown upon that, but I personally like the look of it. It does a trick, and it's got a bit of a rake to it too as well, so it gives that vintage look. The headset's made by Nico, and it's a 1 1/8 inch threadless headset. Going towards the crankset's made by Real Speed, which is a company locally here in Toronto called Racer Sportif. They're a local bicycle dealer that OEMs parts out of Asia, and they have their own branding called Real Speed, which you can see also on the carbon wheels, which we'll discuss shortly. So going back to the crankset, it's the once again Real Speed. The model is a TRK-1. It has a 24 millimeter axle. The chain ring is 46 teeth or 46 tooth count. Crank arm is 165 millimeters in length, and the chain ring is 144 BCD. The bottom bracket is an external type, which is a bonus. It's a mechanic stream to have them external. It's just easier for serviceability when you need to remove them, as opposed to say press fit or a cartridge type. It uses BSA threading, and it's a 68 millimeter with a bottom bracket. The rear cog is also a Real Speed model C1. It's really a track fixed cog with 17 T, in other words 17 tooth count. Carbon wheels, Real Speed as well, known as model RS 4/5, meaning it's 40 mil depth in the front and 50 millimeter profile depth in the rear. And they are once again full carbon with steel spokes. I'm not sure who makes the spokes. Could be Sapkim, not sure who makes them. The wheels are 700C in diameter, and the tires are thick slicks made by WTB, and they're in 25 millimeter width. What else to note here? The seat post is made by Norco, and it's a mix of carbon with an alloy head, and it's 27.2 millimeter diameter. The stem is unbranded. It's alloyed at 80 millimeters with a 6 degree rise. The drop bar is made by Uno, and it's a compact design, 42 centimeters in width, using a 31.8 millimeter clamp. The bar tape is by Specialized. The pedal straps are by a Toronto local company called Why Not. Pedals are made by Thermalite. They're actually mountain bike pedals, but which is commonly used for street use fixed gear bikes, which my intended use for this particular bike is used for. The saddle is made by Shimano, a company they own called Pro. So this is the Pro Turnix saddle with a mix of plastic and carbon reinforcement. 132 millimeter in width, and it weighs only 227 grams, which isn't super light, but it's not bad. It's right there in the mid-weight category for a road bike saddle with a channel relief cutout. The bike weighs it's overall about 18.4 pounds on my bathroom scale without the pedals. So that isn't bad. Mind you, again, it's only a 50.5 centimeter frame set, so it's considered a small frame. But 18.4 pounds without pedals, I consider that, you know, right there in the lower end of the spectrum as far as steel bikes are concerned. It's got a very nice street fixie geometry, meaning that it's not too aggressive on the headset angle. So it's not really intended for track use for an indoor velodrome, but it is more than capable of doing so for, you know, if you just want to do an indoor track day, it'll work for that purpose. The paint is in a light blue, and it's not matte, so it's more of it's got a sheen to it, but it's got the retro look of Cinelli decals, and it's just an awesome bike. And let me take it a little closer. So here's a little closer view of it. That's the Cinelli retro, or probably their current design, their logo for their company. You can see the fork has a hole in it for a front brake caliper, which doesn't exist because I ride this thing completely brakeless as a fixed gear. It's got a K-Edge aluminum mount for my Garmin. Okay, there's the Nico headset cap. Alright, and there's the Cinelli Gazzetta. Alright, the carbon seat pose. The saddle, the relief channel cutout. Alright, thick slick tires. The crank. It's a KMC chain. I'm not sure what model it is specifically, but you can tell it's new, and the bike itself is actually brand new. Just bought it this summer, and it's the most fun on two wheels I've ever had. And here's a shot of the Columbus Chromar decal. It's just a fancy word for their low-end chromoly frame. Okay, there you have it. My first bicycle review. I hope you enjoyed it and found it informative. And if you did like it, please give me a thumbs up, or better yet, subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Take care.